Hello everyone. It is the 25th of February, about 2:30 in the afternoon. Getting kind of a late start today, but that's okay. The next few days are going to see a warming trend, so much so that I'm planning on taking a serious stab at taking care of my gas tank, washing it out, stripping it out, descaling it, derusting it, all that stuff, and then resealing it. I'm hoping the temperatures will hold long enough for me to do that. In fact, I'm going to do something today, a couple things later today. I have a car wash literally across the street from me. I'm just going to walk my gas tank over there, carry it over by hand. I'm going to wait till probably this evening because I don't want to hold people up that might be washing their car or whatever today while I'm sitting there trying to clean a gas tank. I also got a couple things today at Harbor Freight Tools. I bought my first rotary type tool here. I've always called them Dremels, but I guess that's not necessarily what they're called. Maybe that's a brand name. I don't know. But anyway, I have a little stone on the end of it that I just installed. I'm going to reattack the wheel studs on that left rear wheel again. I'm not 100% satisfied with how that's fitting, and I want to catch it before it rusts in place because it's so tight. So I'm going to take another stab at filing down that wheel stud with this, and hopefully it'll go quickly with a stone like this, rotating quickly. I also bought a set of replacement studs for the carburetor to intake manifold mounting. The old studs were always a little bit short, especially where the spring retaining little plate goes. There's just barely enough threads right now to catch the nut to keep that thing locked down. I've never liked that. So these are quite a bit longer, probably not quite, about half an inch longer maybe. Although the threads themselves are maybe only a quarter inch, which is really all I wanted. So I did test them in the store to make sure they're the same threads. They are, so I'm going to put those on first, do something simple and easy, get that ready for my new carburetor whenever I get that. Um, and I think that's it for now. I'm sure y'all have used the little trick there about jamming two nuts together to get studs out. I got one more to go. Got three out so far. I think that last one's a tough one. Hopefully I can get it out okay. What I like about my new studs is they have a little hex head on top. It says it's a 7/32 or 5.5 millimeter size, so I should have a socket to fit that. Don't have to jam any nuts together on the new ones. All right, new studs are in place, awaiting my new carburetor. So I'm just going to put the air cleaner back on top of that, and I'm done under the hood for a while. All right, I spent about 10 minutes working on these studs some more. I just used my new tool here to go around and around these two studs in particular, but I also went around all of them a little bit just to clean it up. Now the drum slides on reasonably easy and comes off relatively easy. So I'm going to call that complete. Oh, wow, I just noticed how much the parking brake has pulled out and the adjustment and all that, but that's nothing to worry about. So anyway, the drum goes on there very nice now. I'm happy. Brakes are done. I just finished reinstalling the wheel. What I find interesting is that it locks the drum firmly in place, and now when I spin the wheel, there's no shoe dragging at all on either side, which is interesting. So what that tells me is you really can't make that final adjustment with this tool until you've mounted the brakes, which hold the drums firmly in place. So now I'm going to get under the car, find my little adjustment hole right there, and do some more adjusting with these brakes. So after quite a few turns of the adjustment, I finally am getting a little bit of dragging again. So I'm going to stop there. I'm sure that affects the parking brake adjustment too. So I'll readjust that, and I'm going to do the other side as well on the passenger side. And the last step was putting my little rubber plugs in place. The kit came with a couple of extras too, which I thought was nice. I'll probably lose them over the years if I ever need them, but anyway. So now there's just a slight amount of drag from both wheels with no parking brake cable interference. So now I'm going to go adjust the parking brake again. All right, now that I've wrapped up the brakes for sure this time, I'm going to take my first attempts at working on this gas tank. I've noticed that the car wash is actually pretty quiet right now, so I may make my way over there before it gets dark. But I'm going to try my new drill extensions here and some of my new smaller uh, brushes here to get inside the holes here and hope that I can get some of that scaling off that's on the inside. And I'm also going to grab my filler tube. If I can figure out where I put it. Where did I put that thing? Sometimes I'm just not that organized. That's funny. I don't remember where I put the filler tube. I worked on it recently with my bench grinder with the wire brush on that, but now I don't know where I set it. So let's see, where did I put that filler tube? Well, I'm going to find the filler tube and then I'll continue on. So I found the filler tube. It was in the trunk of the car. My smallest little round brush here is not small enough to fit inside the filler tube like I was hoping. At least at that end, the smallest end where the most rust is, but it'll go in this part fine. So I'm just going to kind of get it started here. I've got my extension set up, the two longest plus a medium one. That should be enough to get all the way through this, or most of the way. I wanted to experiment on the filler tube first before I go poking it inside that gas tank and then lose something that's hard to get out. So I'm going to see how this works. All right, this is the first time I've ever used a tool like this. Never done this before, so this is going to be an experiment. See how this works. So I'm getting this in the tube now. It's in there, and away we go. It looks like even that isn't going to fit in far enough. Unfortunately, I need an even smaller brush, so that's not working too well. I thought for sure one of these smaller ones would fit. I could probably get this shape in there. I have no idea if I'll do what I needed to do, but we're going to find out. I do like the quick disconnects on these extension bars here, so let's see what happens when I try to put this in there, see if it does anything. All right, it is doing something, so I'm going to continue working on this and see what I can do. I also want to get inside that tank. Actually, let me try that next. Let's see, am I going to get one of these in there? Oh boy, this may not have been such a great idea. I can get the smallest one in there. Whether that's big enough to do any good, I don't know, but let's find out. This just came out of my drill too, not sure why. All right, let's see what happens here. I have a feeling this isn't going to be real useful. Where I'm hitting, it does seem to be knocking some scaling loose. All right, maybe with enough patience and time, I can actually make something work here. All right, so you can see what I'm attempting to do here. So I'm going to continue on that vein for a while, and then we'll go to the car wash. So from what I can see, from the little bit of time I've already put into this, it has helped. You can definitely see some improvement in the areas that I'm able to reach with that little brush. I wish I could, get a lot more surface area, and I'll keep plugging away at it as best I can. Beginning to think maybe I should have gotten one of those flexible, I don't know if you can see anything in there or not, one of those flexible extensions. Maybe that would have worked better. But this is an experiment anyway, and I got this upside down. Doesn't matter, I guess. But anyway, just now I really have it upside down. Sorry about that. Anyway, making some progress, a little bit at a time. One thing I can tell you right now is that these little extensions that I got are no good. They are cheap. They fall apart. When after you've used them just for a couple of minutes, they start falling apart. The little locks on them and whatnot. So that means it's not even going to hold it in place. It's going to fall out. So that's not good. I'm going to end up throwing this set away because they don't hold. I'm not sure why Amazon would sell such a cheap. I mean, look, it's even a part in the bag, and I haven't even got it out yet. So very unimpressed with this. I don't have the name brand in front of me. I'll try and find that later so you can avoid wasting your money on that if you were thinking of buying something like this. So I noticed a lot of scaling is loose in there now, so I'm going to take my top back, vacuuming it out as best as I can, and then I think I'll get ready to walk it over to the car wash, see how that goes. All right, just going to illustrate how I'm this close to the car wash and I'm walking my gas tank over there. All right, here I am at the car wash. Let's see how this goes. Just a little closer. I want soap. All right. Start on the outside. Hopefully this is in the picture. Waiting for some soap to show up here. There it is. Now for the interior. This is hot water. All right, let's see what happens when I try to drain some out here. Oh yeah, good and dirty. That's what I wanted to see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Ah. Alright, I'm going to switch to a rinse. I don't think I need to belabor the point too long. Let's see. Spot-free rinse. How's that? Or just rinse? I don't know what the difference is. I don't think I want spot-free rinse though. Probably has a chemical in it or something I don't need. I don't know if you can hear me, but once I get home, I will blow some air through it with my top bat. Help dry it out as quickly as possible. Alright. Wouldn't it be cool if this is all you really had to do is just wash it out at the car wash and it would just be clean inside? I know it's not that simple, but fun to fantasize anyway. Clean this out right out. All right, definitely seeing lots of brown water coming out. That's a good thing, I think. All right. All right, I think after I drain it this time, that will be it. Turn that timer off. Off. Definitely hot water. You can see it steaming there. All right, I'm just going to finish draining it and then walk it back home so I can stop recording now. All right, I've prepared my vacuum cleaner to blow air out, remove the bag that was inside of it, change the location of the hose, and theoretically it should blow air now. I'm going to blow out as much as I can in there and then let this thing sit so it can dry out. Okay. Looks like a fuse blew. That sucks. Well, I guess I better stop this while I go reset the circuit breaker. All right, my day's coming to an end. The sun's quickly going down. I'm actually pretty impressed with how it looks inside. I know I can't really show you the same view I have, but it's actually promising. Just spraying it out at the car wash like that really got a lot of crap out of there. So what's left should be handled by my chemicals that I have fairly easily, I would think, just from what I can see. I mean, my sight is very limited, but from what I can see, it looks promising. So tomorrow is supposed to warm up well into the upper 50s in the afternoon. So before it gets to that point, I'll try more with the wire brushes inside there, the rotary wire brush, see what I can do with that, knock some more stuff loose, and hopefully this should dry out overnight. I blew most of the moisture out of it with my shop vac. So all in all, it was a good day. I finally really am done, really promised for sure on the brakes now. I'm satisfied after doing the final adjustments underneath the car with my tool and then readjusting the parking brake. Everything seems to be working fine now, so I'm happy with that. Carburetor, once I get it, I can slap it on there with my new studs, and the rest of the time I spent working on this gas tank. So tomorrow I will continue with the gas tank, and maybe in another week or two I might actually be able to drive that car. That would be so cool. That's it for now. See ya.